on his resume. So with that being said, he was like, I know the long goal. The long goal for me is to be coaching for the long goal. I mess around and go 0-4. Somebody else is going to be coaching this team, and I don't want that to happen.
I disagree with you about hot seat for Todd Bowles. In New York City and that media, I just think if they start off weak, which, they weren't very good last year, I just think he's going to be on a hotter and hotter seat. I would think if it were just strictly up to Todd Bowles, he'd want to start Josh McCown. You are underestimating how good Josh McCown is. You don't have much respect for him at all.
Well, I just don't. Well, I mean, he's been in the league all these years, Skip, and he has yet to take a team to the playoffs.
Okay, let's look at this. So, again, I love what the Jets are doing. Okay. They're doing the right thing for Sam Darnold. I do not love what Cleveland's doing. Okay. So let's look at the two. If this boils down to Tyrod versus Josh McCown. Josh McCown, in his career, has 17 300-plus yard passing games. Tyrod has 1. He's not a big passing yardage guy. There's a lot of dink and dunk going on with Tyrod, and he's going to use his legs here and there. He's going to make a crucial first down here or there. He's going to ball control you, and he did, to his credit, get Buffalo to the playoffs last year. He also got replaced by a guy you brought up earlier in the show, Nathan Peterman, in the game in question,
San Diego.
the 5-pick game, right?
Yep.
Okay, so somebody in Buffalo said, well, I don't know about Tyrod. Let's give this other. And by the way, Nathan Peterman is now the starting quarterback. Okay, all right, just for the record. So last year, at this moment, 1 year ago, the New York Jets were ranked by ESPN's Power Rankings as the worst team in the National Football League. That was 1 year ago today. Josh McCown started 13 games for them and went 5-8 as a starter. Is that not pretty good? Is that not pretty great?
No, that's
5-8 for a team that was ranked worst in the league?
Well, hell, where was Buffalo?
Okay, so Buffalo with Tyrod as a starter went 8-7. So 5-8 versus 8-7. But their QBRs for the year in the games they started 60-60. Both pretty good QBRs on a scale of 0 to 100.
Okay,
60-60. And if you look back at stretches in Josh McCown's career, he had that 1 year where he stepped in for Jay Cutler in 2013 in Chicago, and they went on quite a roll there. And he started 8 games, and he had for the year over 8 games a QBR of 83, which if he had qualified by playing enough games, that would have led the league that year, 83 QBR.
Well, I felt after that season they should have made the decision to stick with Josh McCown and move on from.
And during that year, he threw for at Rams 352 yards, at Minnesota 355 versus the Cowboys on a Monday night, 348 with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. These are pretty big-time games, and I'm not trying to make the case that he's Tom Brady, but he's a quality veteran NFL starter that I could make the case for especially for the first 4 or 5 games, he will be better than Sam Darnold can be. Sam Darnold can get a little gun-shy, he can get a little shaky, he can get a little happy-footed. He's a try-hard kid. He's going to try to pull some things off that won't work.
I believe this will not be an Apollo situation where he'll have a short hook. I believe they'll allow Sam Darnold to make some mistakes, understanding that he is a rookie, Skip, and so it does them no good for them to be at the Apollo, and as soon as one bad game or 2 bad games, here in comes Josh McCown. I don't believe that will be the case.
I agree with that. Like there's no back and forth. There's no teeter-totter going on here. Right?
But the thing is that 1-31, Hugh knows in the back of his mind he's on the hot seat.
Okay, but look real quick to finish what Josh McCown did last year. He threw for 350, this just last year, 354 against New England. Against Kansas City, 331 with a QBR of 94. 307 versus Carolina. He had QBRs versus Bills of 87 and versus the Raiders of 81. So these are big-time games. Like Todd Bowles would tell you if you're sitting right here on a lie detector, yeah, I'd have a little better shot with Josh McCown than I would with Sam Darnold. But you spent a very high pick on Sam Darnold and an even higher pick on Baker Mayfield. Don't stunt their growth. Let them figure it out on the fly because you'll speed their process to whatever they're going to be.
Or you can speed the other thing.
Okay, all right. But to me, baloney. If they have it, they'll show you that they have it right away. And maybe Sam Darnold will show you right away he's the guy.
Right.
Okay?
Well, I mean, would you be very disappointed if Sam Darnold turns out to be better than Baker Mayfield? I think you'd be disappointed by that.
Well, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'd be shocked. Because he's just not.
Yeah, whoa. They haven't even played. They haven't played a game yet.
I'm on the record before the draft. I like Baker Mayfield
Nobody
better.
listen to the record. They stream now.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's
Idle.
It's a crime what they're doing to Baker.
It's not a crime.
It's a crime because
You know
I'm going
what?
to say it one more time, and you know I'm right about this. Hugh and John Dorsey, the new GM, are buying 1 year of honeymoon. It's just like a honeymoon year where they can say, we're bringing Baker along slowly, so be patient with us.
No, that's not.
And they're going to hope that Tyrod can win 3 or 4 games and look respectable, and the defense will be more than respectable.
Well, Tyrod better win. He better win 3 or 4 of those games. They better come early. Mm-hmm. Because if they don't, they're going to be Baker Mayfield. Put it like this: Tyrod has a shorter hook than Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
So he better win early because he doesn't have that luxury. Hugh doesn't have that luxury.
Yeah, Sam Darnold would have to be just an absolute failure through 5 or 6 games to go back to Josh McCown.
That is correct.
But on the other side,
2 or 3 games you're going to
if you saw shaky from Tyrod at all, especially if they lost badly,
right?
I don't know, 3, 4, 5 games in a row, that would be it.
Yeah, I don't know if it can get to 4.
Okay.
They better come out flying because they open up again this year at home against the Steelers. They had the Steelers on the road last year, Skip. They better come out flying. Tyrod knows. He knows not only is he competing against the Steelers, but he's competing against Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
You don't take a guy with the first pick in the draft, just have him sit on the bench 2-3 years. That doesn't happen. So Tyrod is well aware what he's up against the Steelers defense and the guy that's in his meeting room.
You saw what Tyrod did as we saw on the last Hard Knocks in that preseason game.
He came back in the game, didn't he?
He said he dislocated his pinky finger and they snapped it back in. And he said, "I'm good.
Yeah.
Coach, put me back in." And guess what? Most coaches would not have allowed him to go back in, but Hugh did because Hugh knows.
I can't let Baker get in there and show last game. If Baker showed, the fans are going to be because right now the fans are very patient, Skip. But there's a reason why these quarterbacks, the Brady's, the Manning, the Breeze, they take every rep. I'm not trying to let you see my backup. You might like him, and plus he's at a steep discount from what you're paying me. So I'm not trying to let you get it. Let him. I ain't trying to get him any reps. I might give him a kneel down, but then I might just take that because you might like the way he kneeled down and want to put him in the game. That's not happening, Skip. So Tyrod was well aware. He knew. Tyrod knew very well, Skip Bayless. Hold on. We game planned this game. We scripted plays. We had a first 15. We scripted what they're going to do against in the red zone and in the goal line.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm going back in. Giving Baker no chance to shine.
Better quarterback right now, Baker or Tyrod? Right now.
Tyrod.
No.
Tyrod.
You know you're wrong.
Tyrod.
You can just tell he's just saying.
T-I-E.
Or
wrong. No.
It's Tyrod.
Troy Aikman said Tyrod told it to his face is Tyrod. T-I-E Rod.
I keep hearing people say Tyrod.
I mean,
I don't know how you get out of T.
If he says Tyrod, we're sticking with him.
I don't know.
Maybe we won't have to keep
Tonight,
using his name.
10 Eastern, final
episode.
Hard Knocks. Baker Mayfield taking it over.
They cut Cajuice.
Yeah. They cut him.
Juice.
Can you believe that? And Nate Orchard.
Love that guy.
He's got a wife and kids.
They cut Nassib too. What's the other D lineman? The one that got the financial Nassib.
Yeah.
Nassib.
Did they cut him?
Yeah, they cut him too. Yeah. Wow. The one that had the financial advice. They should have
Hard
cut him
Knocks
for
is going to be hot tonight.
That was not a good take
No.
from him.
No.
I'm looking forward to the last episode.
Yeah.
It's been fun to watch.
You might get to see them all get dismissed right before your very eyes.
That's
right?
bad.
I know.
Skip, they give you a trash bag.
Yeah, I know.
They give you a hefty bag and put your stuff in there.
That would not be fun
Man.
to experience. Okay. Should Jim Harbaugh be on the hot seat?